Yep, flag hung up. Just got done raining. And that thing came out. Only almost an inch and a half of rain in the gauge in the last couple days. But maybe it'll be a decent day. Most of the rain's happening at night, so yeah. Not too bad if you got to work outside when it's like right now. Wind's a little chilly though. So that's the beginning of our Saturday. I'd show you the mess I'm working with. There's one of them nice little thin line lights. I have no idea the brand. There's the box. Becky wrote lights on it so we knew what was in it as I've opened it and been taking stuff out. And there's what I'm using for plugs. Throw a little dielectric grease in those and throw them together, and they should last a long time. Even got some more dielectric grease, but there's a little bit left in the little tube. Usually if I do stuff where I pull the insulation or don't use insulated connectors, I just take the insulation off them and use them. A lot of times I just use them and throw a shrink tube over the top of them. But I'm trying to keep everything compact and smaller. So non-insulated terminals, connectors, whatever you want to call them, they're pretty freaking chintzy. They're basically the freaking cheaper ones, I guess. They crimp really easy, but I double crimp. Oop. Throw you into my hand. On the crimpers, turn them over so I can see them the right way, the way I use them. That spot there where it's got like a male and female part, that's what you're supposed to use for non-insulated. And the other part you use for insulated. Well, when you do that on non-insulated, they end up, I already finished this one up, but they end up flattened out really wide. So I crimp them with that, and then I take the insulated part of it and I pinch them together so that they're basically the same diameter as the wire, and you don't have a sharp edge. There's a little edge right there, but it isn't too bad. Then pull the shrink tube over it, like that one is. Shrink it down, and then this will get this piece of tube over the whole thing. Then it's all protected. It can sit up there and rub, do whatever it wants. Won't be an issue. And if one of these lights goes tits up, cut it somewhere. Put this plug in on the next light. Being a plug-in, all you gotta do is take the light off and make sure you got enough wire to get back to where it's plugged in. I'm trying to keep it neat and tidy up there. Kind of like I'm trying to do everything that way. It just takes time though. So, hey, that's my fun. And the kids are going to try to get some fence in where they took it out last fall, which should have already been done because realistically by now, I mean, we're 20th of March. We've been on pasture by the 15th of March, not for a few years because we've had some pretty wet springs, but we used to be out by the 15th. So, anyway. There's my mess. May as well make some video here while Ben's sitting here playing. He showed up to work on his light bar for his log truck today. So, a couple things that are done different, but he's got her figured out.
I don't know about that.
Really, the biggest thing I would have done different is his end caps. I would have put them out flush. Put them so they were just corner to corner on the material, and then you fill in the gap with weld and it's easy to smooth off, but that will work just fine. It's got light holes on the other side. He got his bigger hole saw for the turn and brake lights. Oh look, he's gonna try to drop it on the floor for you. There you go, see? All the holes are there. 2 mounting holes, one on each side. He says he likes it to swing. Yeah, you can always drill a hole later. They back into snowbanks and stuff in the winter and catch those things on stuff.
Not intentionally.
Yeah, not intentionally, he says. That it wouldn't take much to put a 1/4-inch grade 2 bolt on one side or both sides, something that'll shear so you don't tear everything up. But I was gonna show you what I got to today. I think I got something up there. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm not gonna go back up there. I got the front 2 lights are hooked together, the back 2 lights are hooked together. They're separate because the front will be headlights and the back are work lights, and using the original John Deere switch, they'll both come on together for work lights. They run down the inside of the corner of the cab here. And oh yeah, see if I can get this. I can't get it from here very well. Gauges are in. Gauge wires are hanging here. This is actually my ground wire for the lights and the gauges. Black loom right there is going 2 gauges. It's temperature sender on the way by. Switched her up into a 2-wire loom and ran over the top. Drop down the other side, pick up the oil pressure and the tack. The other side was easy. I could sit in a chair and do that. This side I had to get down on my knees. Put it right on around. Split it right there. Sending in it. Coil. And I put a new terminal on the end of that coil wire. And this red wire hanging here. I'm not sure what route I'm going to take, but it's going to go through the hole in the cab right here. That rectangle hole. That's where my breakers are all going to go. I got a bunch of stuff to hook up to that. And get you up here as I get hung on the door latch. There they are. Being on a post that leans forward, they're all in the bracket square, but it leans, so that's fine. They're easy enough to see from right here. That's what I needed. They're out of the way. Took a little bit to get all the wires crammed through the hole down there. I'm going to, I like to do where you, especially where you go through metal. I'll take some silicone and push in all around that. If they can't wiggle, they can't get cut. That's my theory. And that theory's worked good for a lot of years. So, that's how my day's been. No new babies that I know of today. Hasn't happened yet that I know of. Number one had to run home earlier. She didn't have to, but she did anyway. Because Maury got a hold of her and hung up on the door again. Apparently it doesn't want to let me out. Maury got a hold of her and says they got another calf. So of course, you know, she gets a calf up there. She sends me video. So when I get done talking, the next thing you're going to see is little clips of her new calf. And looks to be a good healthy calf. She said it's about a week early. So, you know, that's how that goes. Anyway, that's been my day. Tinking with wiring. And I help Bean a little bit too. He needs all the help he can get, you know. So, anyway, thank you all for watching, and say, hold on for a minute, and well, second, millisecond, whatever, because the next is 3 short little clips. And I think you get a kick out of the way this calf looks.
Alright, there's Limo and her baby. This is Charlie. She's an Angus Hereford cross. Which means this baby, because we have a Hereford bull. This is the first calf that looks a spitting image of mommy. Well, she's a Pinscour, Hereford, and Angus. And so I have a black calf. Hi, baby girl. With a white tail and a little black stripe on it. And a stripe down her back. I just want to get your pretty little face. You're all right, Charlie. You good mama, Charlie? So are you, Limo. Nervous. The pretty girl. Pretty girl. I think we got a grumpy too. Look at that little frown. Look at that frown.
Just like mom.
No. Say, Lemo, I'm not a grumpy mommy, huh?